the essay assignment, and you'll find it in week 1 and 2. And we changed the due date, so we have Tuesday to draft. This assignment has multiple prompts to include, and the goal is to pick 3 out of 4. You have to include the third part. That is a requirement in the essay, since the goal is to work on comparing and contrasting. Now, the overall essay would be considered a compare and contrast essay, or like a reflection essay about what you've learned through the Iranian documentary and the 2 readings. Let's go over the prompts. Now remember, we did the activity with the whiteboards to generate a lot of ideas to help you write paragraphs on these concepts. I've reviewed these notes in a separate lecture that you can find in the slideshow, and then you can relook at our notes in the slideshow whiteboard pictures. Let's go over the prompts of the essay. Prompt 1. What is something new about Iranian culture you now know that you didn't know before? This would make a great like second body paragraph or a third body paragraph before you get into the Iranian readings. This could even make a conclusion if there was a way to bring your essay to a close. Second prompt. After reading the 2 poems about the universe, which poems would the authors connect to more? Which poem speaks to you most? Third part. Compare and contrast the 2 works about Iran's walk home. What is the main claim both authors are sharing? What is similar and different about the pieces? Use notes from the board to generate ideas for your writing. This is like the main body paragraphs. You might utilize 2 paragraphs, go over the similarities, go over the differences. You might talk about ideas of Loletta first, and then shift in another paragraph and just talk about Persepolis and how that one was similar and different. We'll talk about some different strategies on Tuesday that we often call point by point or whole by whole. Fourth prompt. Consider how September 26th through October 2nd is National Banned Book Week in America. When is it acceptable for society to restrict art, works, etc.? And when does that restriction or censorship cross the line of one's freedom or rights? What is one book you might choose to read this month independently? So we have these 4 prompts, and I want you to choose 3 of the 4. You have to do the third part. Here's how I would structure my essay. I wouldn't worry about the intro until I write some body paragraphs. And the first thing I would do is I would use the Stokes-Tone method to just summarize the 2 works. I then would do my similarities and differences paragraph sections. And I probably would talk about the Loletta piece first, and then I would talk about Persepolis next, rather than trying to talk about points in each paragraph. I might just talk about one work in each paragraph. Quiet, Lois. Excuse my dog. She wants to participate. The next part of my essay might get into the idea of banned books. I would transition and talk about how not only do the main people of the stories deal with banned items like the music and the novel Loletta, but we also have that happen in classrooms at a lesser effect when censorship happens, or a work can't be read by a whole class, or it's taken out of the library. And in this paragraph, I might discuss that experience and even reflect on the activity where we walked around Ann Arbor and carried a banned book, where we read the first pages of a banned book, whether it was The Kite Runner or even Hunger Games or Harry Potter. So this would be like my banned book section of the essay. Quiet, Lois. And then I would think of my conclusion. My introduction might just be about what I've now learned about Iran that I didn't know before. So in the end, I might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs. Our goal is to move away from a 5-paragraph essay. Some of this could become multiple paragraphs, and some of those paragraphs can be kind of short. I could even have a whole little paragraph comparing and contrasting tone of the 2 works. So we'll see where our writing takes us, and we'll have time to draft for at least 55 minutes on Tuesday, maybe even longer in our class session. Your due date right now is Tuesday at by 4 p.m. On the 14th. If you turn it in late, obviously it still counts, but I can't guarantee there's going to be feedback because I'm going to be looking at the works a little bit on Wednesday and a little bit on Tuesday night, so you get your feedback on the 16th. On the 16th, expect to have 2 or 3 concise comments that will focus on quick revisions. Thank you. Lois, quiet down.